Ready to go.
Woo!
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cheyenne Adamson, and you're here at the Yes Phonics channel. And this is where homeschoolers, teachers, and educators everywhere come together for valuable teaching information and insights. So today's topic is going to be about 5 grade boosting activities that you can do as an educator for your students. Now ask yourself a question. What do you do for fun? And it's not always that easy to answer, is it? I know for myself, when somebody asks me that, I have about 3 or 4 go-to things, and then after that, So think about it, and then maybe see if that can translate to your students and if they would like that as well. Obviously, you'd have to adjust for age interests, but some things are age appropriate at any level. And one of those, I think, is hide and go seek. Hide and go seek at any age, especially with young kids. You playing the seeker and then playing the hidees, very, very much a fun time. I've talked a little bit about this before, how kids are one of the most underrepresented minorities that there are, and the reason they probably feel powerless is because they are, to a large extent, driven by a lot of determinism. They don't have a lot of choices over their daily life in what they want to do or what they get to do. It's kind of controlled either by the teachers or their parents or, to a certain extent, the peers around them. So it's really easy for young kids to feel overwhelmed and feel like they have no choice. You're more likely to be successful if you offer your child or your student something they think will be fun to do. And again, that goes back to asking them, what do they want? Now, routine exercise is easy enough to say, and much harder, though, to get kids to do, at least on a regimented form. Now, exercise routines can be particularly important for homeschool children who may not have the mandatory physical education classes or a playground full of jungle gyms and monkey bars and all that to goof off on during recess. Let's explore the benefits of movement and ways to motivate your, for lack of better words, little couch potatoes into brain-popping action. So first and most important, it has to be fun for your child or student. Now, first on the list, it might sound cheesy and it might sound cliche, but go and feed the ducks. You can find something unique and truly whimsical that will truly engage your child's mind and body at the same time. So go and find the park, find an area, and bring that loaf of stale bread with you. Now, switching gears a little bit, other ideas for mind-engaging body activities include scavenger hunts. Now, for the more technologically savvy in mind, now another spin on the treasure hunt is to take your kids to a yard sale once in a while. This is a really great opportunity for them to explore and see what other trinkets and treasures might be hidden in the world. I guess not so much hidden in a garage sale, but you get my drift. It really makes a few dollars go a long way. And kids learn to interact with sellers. They maybe will even bargain a little bit, and you guys can help them out with this. A really great free market experience for these kids. And then at the end of the day, at the end of their bargaining session, at the end of their exploration through the garage sale, they come away with a treasure that they found for themselves, and it wasn't store-bought. So, number 2 on the list, go outside. And I'm sure you guys have heard a lot of studies that have been coming out lately, but there's been a new field of what's called epigenetics, and they show that people who get outdoors and into the woods reduce their stress levels by 17%. And this number goes up when they physically touch the ground in what I've talked about before previously in my video called earthing, or otherwise known as grounding. And you guys can refer to that video. I'll put it in the link so you guys can go watch that and kind of check out grounding for yourselves. Now, urban parks can be found in pretty much every city in America and around the world. So all you need to do is pack a knapsack with some apples and some cheese, a bottle of water, and a camera, and go out into the great outdoors. Give your child or your student the camera and challenge them to take pictures of interesting shapes or unique colors or of 10 different kinds of leaves, anything that might pique their interest, or just walk and talk. A great opportunity to explore, get to know your student or your child a little bit better. Number 3 on the list today is turn your playground into a backyard. So number 3 on the list is to turn your backyard into a playground. And you'll find plenty of opportunities for moving around in your own backyard. Now, the easiest thing to do to change things up is to gather up a blanket, some plates, some knives, some forks, some spoons, and head out the door for a family picnic. Do it upright with lemonade, burgers, watermelon, and all of the fixins. And don't do all the preparations for them. Let your kids help out. Let them see what it's like to plan a picnic. get them involved in the handling and the whole process, and I think they'll really enjoy it. Now here's another idea. Plant a vegetable garden. It's kind of this time of the year where actually myself, I just planted some rhubarb and some green beans, some sprouts. So it's that time of the year you guys can get outdoors and plant a garden, and it's really great and a lot of fun to watch carrots and tomatoes grow, and the kids can harvest them for themselves and the salad. Now, if you don't have a backyard or the funds to go all out on this, create an Italian herb garden in a big pot with basil, thyme, and oregano. And when it comes time to make spaghetti sauce, the kids get to help by picking the herbs from their very own garden. And this is a really cheap and easy way to get some really awesome herbs going. Now, another more ambitious thing to do right out in your back door is create an obstacle course with your kids for them. You can also include yourselves and the family dog in on this too, but I think the kids will probably find it a little more fun. However, an adult obstacle course, I think I would love as well. And the materials will range in price, but some things you might find laying around the garage, such as old tires, big boxes, and rope will suffice. Now, number 4 on our list today is parks and recreation. Now, municipalities have parks and recreation departments, and you'll want to familiarize yourself with this fantastic local resource. Not only do they manage area parks, but they must also host dang, I can't talk today, Brandon. Apparently I can't talk. So in addition to managing the parks, they also host team sports, group hikes, and classes. And this is a great way to get your kids involved in basketball, volleyball, snow sports, a little skiing, maybe some jogging, and any number of physical activities. But anything that you can get your kids interested in and they stick to is a great idea. Now, maybe you can't tag along with them on every single excursion, but you can do everything in your power to support their physical activities and encourage them as they start to change their sedentary lifestyle. All this is kind of geared towards aiming for new habits. Routines, of course, but also a lifelong commitment to movement. And here's something really important I want to mention, you guys. Not to put it onto the parents or the teachers here, but the kids will observe you. Okay, so a big thing is if parents or teachers, but I guess particularly parents in this instance, if parents aren't exercising and they're not leading the kids by example, then it's going to be a lot harder to get kids interested and motivated in anything movement-wise if the parents aren't doing it. So all my parents out there, all my P's, make sure you're developing habits that involve exercise, that promulgate the idea of exercise, that really promote movement and a sense of well-being through physical exertion. I think that's really important because once kids see you do that, they'll also want to do it too. Now, number 5 on my list, and this I just put this on here because I did it and I really enjoyed it as a kid growing up, martial arts. And I've talked a little bit about martial arts before and the benefits of self-discipline and self-control and how it teaches young kids to control their temper, especially when challenged with challenging situations. Kids can get their kicks in a healthy way by practicing a martial art, such as Taekwondo, Kempo, Tai Chi. But rather than promoting violence, martial arts develops discipline in children, like I previously said, as well as a respect for themselves and others, and self-control and socialization skills, and most importantly, is mental focus. And that's it for our today's list, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it kind of gave you some tips and some different ideas to kind of put into your tool bag, so to speak, to help your kids get active and help them develop some new and healthy habits. And if you like this video, feel free to share it with your friends, your fellow cohorts, your other parents, other teachers, and whatnot. And until next time, you guys, I hope you stay classy. I hope you're well. And I'll talk to you soon.